Hey Ben, what's going on? This is Marlon with Pilot Computers. Nathan and I thought we'd do a quick demo on how to put your graphics card into your computer. You should have received two shipments. One would be the tower itself, and the other one would be the box with your graphics card and a motherboard with spare parts in it, such as extra screws and installation media. But for this demonstration, we're going to put in the graphics card. Just for safety purposes, we removed the graphics card before shipping so it wouldn't jostle around and the PCI Express slot would rip off. But without further ado, let's get into it. Your case is the exact same case here, which is the Corsair 400C.
To remove the clear side panel, pull on the latch and pull up to slide the side panel off the hinges. Next, remove the two thumb screws that will hold the graphics card and set aside. These should be the thumb screws that are not currently holding any expansion blockers in place. After removing both thumb screws, note where the PCIe power plugs are at. They should either be taped to the bottom of the chassis or tucked away between the power supply cable shroud and the bottom of the front panel fan. If you haven't done so, remove your GTX 1070 graphics card from the packaging. In this example, I have the GTX 770. Also, your PCIe connection point may be covered with a plastic dust cover. Go ahead and remove it and set it in the motherboard box with the spare parts. Before installing the graphics card, make sure you identify the correct port it is going in. Your graphics card should be installed in the topmost PCI Express 16X expansion slot. There may be some markings on the actual PCB of the motherboard that says PCIe 16X. It should also have an anchor tab on the very right side of the slot itself. To install, simply align the graphics card to the appropriate slot and slide in until you hear an audible click. Now secure the card by putting the two thumb screws back in place. Use a screwdriver to make sure that the thumb screws are nice and snug. To ensure the GPU is properly powered, plug in the PCIe power cord into the power port of the graphics card. The GTX 1070 may only have one 6-pin or one 8-pin connection. Before putting the clear side panel back on, you'll want to test to make sure that the computer posts and that you can see a display. If you do not see the display, turn off the power, unplug the power supply from the wall, and make sure all the connections were secured properly. After confirming that the tower posts and has a display, go ahead and slide the clear side panel back onto the hinges and close up the chassis. Once you are fully booted into Windows 10, go ahead and open up your web browser and go to geforce.com. Here, select your graphics card, which is the 10 series, GTX 1060, for Windows 10 64-bit, and download and install the latest driver. After the driver installation, you should be free to watch cats playing the piano at the most optimum FPS. If you have any other questions about your build, feel free to contact me or Nathan. Enjoy!